You didn't disappoint them. Wow. So funny. I can feel your heart. Like I can feel what you're saying.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Don't cry.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to read. It's okay to live your own life because it's your life. Hi guys, welcome back to the Chidera Honor Her podcast, which is the TCO podcast. I'm your host, your faithful host, TCO aka Star Girl Chi, and I'm back with another episode. As you guys can see, as I always say, this is not just another episode because we have a lovely guest with us today. All right. Before we go into that, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone, for all your love on the last episode, for the likes, comments, the shares, everything. Thank you so much for sticking with this girl. Thank you so much for sticking with us now, because very soon it's going to be a global podcast, and I'm going to remember you that was with me where we did not have anything. So thank you so much, you guys. I'm so excited to have this guest with me today. I'm so happy she made it. So you guys, I have
Gosh, I'm so shy. Like I feel like I'm on hot seat. I feel shy.
All my guests always say that they are shy. How is it like being shy? How
do you mean that? It's like
okay. So I have Erica with me today. Erica Queenie.
Erica Queenie here.
Oh yes,
Erica Queenie here.
Yes.
That's on period.
That's on period. I love your brand so much.
Oh, thank you.
I love it so much. I'm so happy that I get to do this with you.
I'm so happy too. I'm excited to be here. I mean,
yes.
I'm meeting the TCO family.
Yeah, meeting us, yes. And we're so happy to have you. I know my people were happy to have you. So like what's the story behind the name Erica Queenie? I said I was going to ask you what Erica Queenie.
Okay, the story behind the name Erica Queenie. I feel like I've had that name for the longest since secondary school. For every inter-sport, because our inter-sport in secondary school and primary school was like biennial every 2 years, and for every inter-sport I would always escape matching one way or the other. I would be part of the royalties, like that I'm a fairy, princess, queen.
Wow,
like I'm always among all of those things.
Give me soft, like me, I was always a matcher. I was always in the Lord's army.
I feel like the only time I was even supposed to match, somehow I just got removed, and I now danced. I was part of cheerleaders, like, so I'd never really been that whole exactly. I think it was in SS1. I can't really remember. But somebody was not like during the inter-sport period. Someone now called me Queenie, and I'm like, oh God, I like that name.
And then you picked it up.
I like that name. Then
it was secondary school.
It was secondary school. I just changed it as at then. I now changed it to my Facebook name.
Okay.
And I used Erica Queenie as my Facebook name. It always starts with Facebook, right? I use it on Facebook. I use it on To Go.
Yeah. You even tried with a decent name for To Go, or like some of us.
I know that. You don't even want to know the names now.
Or like some of us.
No, I was getting matured. I had to.
So you had to. I get it. I get it.
And that's how the name Erica Queenie came about. And somehow, a lot of people now started calling me Queenie.
Yeah.
Like, my real name is actually Erica. People now started calling me Queenie. Before you know, the Erica Queenie thing, it now became a thing. And when I entered uni, that was I now changed to my Instagram name, and it just became a thing. Then when I now got into event hosting and all of that was when I even sat down really, and I'm like, what's the meaning of this Queenie that much? Everybody, because I remember one of my mentors, she had reached out to me. She's like, you are actually building a global brand. Don't you think you want to have the exact, what name do you want to use? What's your brand name? Like, I didn't even think of all of that. She's like, oh, do you want to use the global Erica? Like, what's God saying to you? You should really pray about it. What do you want? Do you want to change the Erica? Because as I did, I didn't even have a rate card. I didn't have like a Q card, any of that.
But really getting into what you do without introducing what you do.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I get it.
But like, everybody would just be like, oh, Erica Queenie is hosting the red carpet. I'm like, okay, makes sense. Then when she said all of that, and I'm like, oh, I have to start seeing myself as a brand. And I went to check the meaning of Queenie. What does Queenie mean? Let me see if I really want to continue using this. And I checked, and I thought that Queenie is the pet name the king calls his favorite queen.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Like, that epiphany, that realization.
Like, oh my God. So I've been answering it. So it feels like, so out of all the queens, the kings
You're the favorite.
special queen, like the most
Esther.
pampered, the
Yeah.
most. And I'm like, there's one prayer I'd always say. According to Tomike is my favorite. I'm so sorry. I have to say,
No problem.
but Tomike is my favorite. And the way she says, "Oh, God pampers me," and all of that. So I would always say that to myself. And now seeing the name Queenie, meaning like so I now interpreted it as pampered by the king, which is God.
Wow.
So that's how I just, you know what, I'm sticking to this. It is Erica Queenie. So it's not just a queen, a very special
queen,
a pampered queen, a pet, and I'm like, this is the name. This is it. And I feel like it has been working for my brand.
Yeah. And you've just been seeing that pampering.
I've just been seeing that pampering. I'm like, please, I'm not just any queen. I'm the pampered queen. The pampered queen of the king. So don't stress me.
Yes.
So that's how the name came about.
So because Erica has already introduced herself, you guys, we have Erica Queenie, your award-winning event host, your award-winning red carpet host, and everything that has to do with holding the mic. She's right here.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy to have you here. Well, at first when you started, we were like, okay, I know this is how we all got our names, Facebook and stuff. But I really love the fact that you went, you researched about it, and it shows how important a name is, especially when you're choosing like a global name. Exactly. So I love it because you're just going to be that favorite person because you've owned it and you've owned it yours. I love it so much.
Thank you.
Wow. You. So you guys, Erica is on the podcast today.
I'm on the hot seat. Not just podcast.
She's on the hot seat. Okay, so I knew that I needed to talk about, you guys have probably seen the title of this podcast episode. I knew that this needed to be in season 2 because it's a side of me I never really talk about. I mean, I'm still chilling at the same time, losing my mind. But like, I felt like, so we all know Diva Shetty. When we talked about this, I told you about Diva Shetty.
That was like
yeah. So she put this thread one time, and it really spoke to me. Sorry, it's not a thread. It was her Substack post because I'm on her close friends circle thingy, and then she had this post named "The Child Nobody Has to Worry About," and I'm like, I need to read this. And as I was just reading it, I was like, nah, this is too good. I see myself in this story. So I now had to go research on the whole firstborn syndrome thing and to see that it is really a thing. And because me, I'm a firstborn, and Erica, we're in the best position to talk about this. I just feel like I want us to discuss this, go through the nitty-gritty about this problem, and probably leave like a safe question for anybody listening or watching this. Yeah. So you're not really all on the hot seat. We're
sharing intimate and vulnerable moments and letting you guys know what the firstborn syndrome thing
really is.
I'm not just I feel like I'm the firstborn, first daughter, first child,
gosh,
first grandchild,
your
only daughter.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even know the issue was that
only
much.
Daughter, so I'm like, from my mom's side, I'm like the first, and I'm the one the other cousins are looking up to.
look at. Wow, how was
and
that?
I'm the only girl.
Now, do you know what is about firstborn syndrome? So firstborn syndrome is, you guys, it is actually it's now a real thing. Not before there were like conceptions about it, like, is this really a real thing? Is this really a Nigerian thing? It is actually a psychological thing where a child grows up before their time. You know how we have different developmental milestones, but you've grown because you've been in that seat, because you were the firstborn, you were meant to cater for your younger ones. And I know we all see this like in our lives right now, so it's actually a real thing, firstborn syndrome. So how has it been for you? How has it been like for you? Like, being a firstborn.
Has it been like? I feel like it's been bittersweet.
It has like its good side.
Exactly, it has its good side, it has its bad side. But I feel like now, currently, I'm in that phase of my life where I'm really not letting it get to me. But previously, it has just been overwhelming at some point. At some point, it's like very sweet. Especially times where you have to like be in control, get to decide some things. But that times it's like, please let me breathe. I don't want to be anybody's role model.
Okay, so before we get into that, I'm the first child out of 4 siblings. Erica is the first child out of 2 siblings. But the struggle, honestly, still real. I feel like, so growing up, I was like 10. I was already in the kitchen when I was like, let's say 8. I think 10 is even far. Whereas, so I'm sure my sister entered kitchen when she was 15. In fact, 16.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's how it is. Because when you're growing up, your mom will be like, you have to be here with me. Who will teach these people this thing?
Yeah.
And especially when we're both. You're Igbo. Are you Igbo?
I'm partially Igbo. Yeah. My mom is from Imo State.
Oh my God, you give this Igbo.
I give Igbo vibes. I feel, let's say maybe because I've stayed more in the East
and everything. Even when you're from an Igbo setting, they'll be like, this is the way we are being trained.
That Ada syndrome.
Maybe it's actually that Ada syndrome.
Everybody's calling you Ada from everywhere, left, right, front, center. Ada, you are my Ada.
You're my, and it's just like a lot. Sometimes my parents tell me, my mom will just call me to a room. You know that there's so much responsibilities on your shoulders. There's just so much, and this started from a really young age. Like as long as I was 8. So from 8, I was already inside. At 8, like if you see me inside the kitchen. Everything. I'm not saying like I'm the best now because I might have slacked in some place, but like everything, I was already doing it. So like what you said, I feel like it has also been like a bittersweet experience for me, in sense that there has been the good side, and there has like been the bad side. So back to what you said, before we started this episode, we talked about how like we feel firstborn syndrome is like a Nigerian thing.
True.
Do you think the way how it affects, because if you notice, anytime Divasheti puts up a post, or anytime there's like a call for firstborn, it's always girls that
it's always thank you.
It's always girls.
It's always the females.
So
true.
Like, do you feel like it has less effect on the guys that are also firstborn, first children, and stuff like that? Like, why is that so?
I feel like naturally, guys are meant to just be leaders. There's already responsibility on you as far as you're a guy, whether firstborn, second, third. There's just this, I'm going to provide for a family later in life, so I just have to be serious, I have to be responsible, I have to, it's already there for the guys. So I feel that's why it doesn't really get to them as firstborns or as secondborns or as firstborns. Let's use firstborns. I feel like it gets to the ladies more because we ladies, we like to be should I say use the word pampered?
Yeah.
We actually females.
We are born to be
taken care of. We are born to be feminine. So you now taking up that responsibility or putting your legs in shoes that you did not even see.
It feels like they're stretching.
Exactly. It just feels like a whole lot. That's why you'd always see people saying things like, especially in the dating sector, you have to be very patient with a firstborn. No go date firstborn. Or give let's say you date man. So so for the ladies now, I feel like that's why it's a lot. But for guys, whether you're firstborn or not, you'll still be the head of the family. If you like be a lastborn male, you'll be the head of the family, whether you want it or not. So I feel that's why it's not much on the guys than like it is on the girls. Ladies,
so like before I had this episode came on, when I was brainstorming, I was having a conversation with Erica if he listens to this, and then he's also a firstborn, and the way he visited, the way he undermined it, like
so waiting there.
Do you understand? So I feel like what you said is so true because he's used to being a guy, and if we are talking about this now on a deeper level, we talk about like relationships. Most times when a firstborn is inside a relationship, they just feel the need to keep doing.
Exactly.
They feel they can't even ask questions. People pleasing comes in. They need to maintain a certain image because their mother has told them they need to be this. Their father has told them that they need to be this. They almost have to be perfect. They cannot even appear as weak. So most times there's a downside in relationship or there's a downside in marriage. But before I go into that, I also feel like one reason why it affects female more, like you said, whenever girls are affected, the whole world will know. No, everybody will know.
Exactly.
But like,
sure.
I'm not saying like I'm not trying to compare suffering, but there's this thing when a woman is raped and the way the society will take it is a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but like there's way society will take it. That's because women are normally the weaker vessels. That's how God has made us. We're not made for stress. We're just made for soft living and all that. So I feel like that's like a downside to it. So back to what we're saying. Will you give us a gist on the podcast? Do you want to gist us?
It depends on the type of gist. It depends on the type
Basically,
of
so
book.
like, do you feel like as a firstborn? So what are the struggles? Let me just ask you, personal struggles, personally for you.
Is this a safe space?
Is this a safe space? Really? Is this a safe
Personal
space?
struggles. I feel like being a firstborn has affected me relationship wise. Relationship wise, in the sense that I'm not.
Wow. You're not.
There are so many things I really do not want to settle for. Like, a lot of people now see it as, oh, I have high standard. I just naturally want to be, let me not say be the man in the relationship, but it now takes a lot to like calm me down. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like, especially when a man is trying to form, it's like, I'm like, I don't do
Oh my
this thing
God.
fast. Like, I just look at you as,
Like if a guy is trying to form authority.
exactly, you're
that
trying to form authority, you're trying to form, in my head I'm like, I mean, we've been there, I've done all these things, it's not supposed to be. So I feel personally that's one of the struggles I have. Then people pleasing, the need to be perfect, the need to want to, especially when it comes to family members, you don't want to step on anybody's toes. You care so much about what people would say about you
Because you
care,
have a certain image to keep
thank
upholding.
you care the way people will look at you, even if they are not even looking at you. Walk into a place and people are just rolling their eyes, you are overthinking it, you are constantly thinking about, oh, how am I being
Yeah.
perceived, this
my
thing I put
God.
out, does it make sense, am I, especially, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, especially when you are now like a, I don't want to use the word public figure, but when
Yeah.
all eyes are on you, especially when
Yeah.
you're that good girl in school,
Yeah.
and that
Like,
good
they
girl in
always look up
church,
to you.
you're that person that always saying, are you not seeing that person's daughter?
Oh my
They try and be
God.
like her. Like, can I just breathe?
Yeah.
I'm just a child, I'm just
Yeah.
18. But it just helps, it just makes you want to live up to certain expectations that even you feel so unrealistic.
For you
I was
too.
going through, I went home the other day. When was that? And I was going through my journal, one of my old journal, and I saw where I had written things like, at 18, I would have become a millionaire. I would have bought my first house for my dad. I would have bought, and deep down in my head, I'm like, what was, like, as at, I'm sure I would have written
Yeah.
those things down when I'm like 15, 16. Like, I want to start paying my brother's school fees when I'm 18. I want to be able to do this when I'm 18.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept writing. I was reading through all of them and I'm like, I already had that mentality
growing
to
up.
provide, to be like a, what's
That
the
figure.
word? Exactly, as at,
At 18.
for me to say that I want to achieve all of these things at 18, I was just thinking, what was really going through
Into
my
your
mind?
mind.
Like, you want to pay your brother's school fees. Did you bring
Yeah.
them to the,
That's because of all the expectations being put on
thank
your
you.
shoulder.
I already felt like,
you know?
oh, there's so much these people are expecting from me. I'm supposed to be like the savior of the world. It's Erica now.
Wow. Wow. I can relate to your story in so many ways. First off, that thing of a partner trying to do gra for me is
It
in
doesn't,
me. Like it's as if
it doesn't work. I feel
understand? Like, who are you trying to father?
get?
Does it come from the fact that you've been subjected to, like, where does it come from? Does it come from the fact that you just need softness at this point in your life?
Exactly.
You don't need this.
I don't need stress.
You don't need this
I don't
anymore.
need that tossing around.
Yes.
Do this, do that. No.
One thing that can cut it for me in a relationship, if you shout at me,
Yeah,
if you try
they're
to
not.
be anything, like it's going to, and there's just this thing in me that just wants to tell you, you're not going to do that to me.
Thank you.
You're not going to do that to
Yeah.
me. And you saying, I'm like, does it come from like you just want to be soft? Like we've done this soldier thing. All my
Exactly.
life.
I want to be
just
with my
want
partner and just be a baby. Like, the only thing I want to do around you is just breathe. If it's
And
possible for you
even
to even think for me, think for me. Like, I
thank
just want
you.
to breathe when I'm with
my
you. That's why
God.
you're my partner. Like, but let's not even go to that relationship.
They might just have been this epiphany for me as to why. And then the people pleasing part, because you're center stage, you're everywhere. Like Mesoma always tells me, so Mesoma is my sister. The way I relate to my uncle is not the way Mesoma relates to my uncle. the way I relate to other members of my family is not the way Mesoma relates to other members of my family, because they're not seeing Mesoma, they're seeing Chidera, they're seeing me. So like in terms of how I might want to greet, or I want to make sure everything is, ordered. I want to be like my mother, I want to represent her well. I want to make sure the chicken is a bit big, the salad is well. Mesoma will be like, you're turning it to mommy, and I actually realized that maybe I'm actually turning it to mommy. But there's just that picture. You just want to be good, and you just feel like it is on you to maintain a certain image and everything.
Just want to set the pace. Whether they ask you to or not, you just want,
because it has always been on your shoulder. So I feel like for me, my struggle is just, I think I can relate very well to your third point. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to cry. So I can relate very well to your third point, because it just feels like all my life I've just been that child that Chidera will be fine. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, Chidera will be fine. And my daddy says it softly. He'll be like, he will call you Ada, my daughter, she'll be fine. Like, down to anything. I remember there was a time in my life where I needed something. If we like, I always be like, Miss Mama, would you tell daddy first? You know that you answer you.
See that part?
You know that you answer you. But when it's me, there's always like, you just start, you can handle it now. You can handle it. And God has been faithful. I've been handling it. But there's just that part where I feel like I cannot ask, or I don't know how to ask.
Struggle to ask for help.
Because all my life, I've never asked for help. I've always been the strong girl, doing it on my own. So like, how can I ask for help? Do you get?
See that asking for help. Even till now, I am intentionally learning how to ask for help. I feel like I say this all the time. 2023 was a very terrible year for me. Like, it started out well, but towards the second half of the year, it was terrible. Like, I got into like real life issues, and I remember telling my parents after coming out of the issue, and my mom is like, you went through all of this and we didn't know. Like, I'm like, I mean, who was I supposed to tell? I struggle to ask for help from anybody. I used to say, before I ask you for help for anything, just know that I'm about to die. Like, it has shocked me. Like, because I would always figure things out. My native name is Ogenejite. It means God is enough for me. Wow. God is sufficient for me. And I hold that name so dear. Because most times when it just looks like, oh my God, what is going on? My God, do you know that you're the only one
that can help me?
You are the only one that can help me. So most times, I just try to even relate with God. I'm like, God, tell this person for me. That kind of thing.
Let them help me.
It's that bad that when I was younger, even when I was in uni, I would rehearse in front of the mirror to ask my dad for something, or I'll go through my mom, and my mom is like, "It's your father. Don't do that."
Yes, now that's my mother too. What do you mean you're rehearsing to talk to your father?
Like, I'll literally stand in front of the mirror and rehearse. Like, I'll go back. It was always a struggle. Then in school, if my dad calls me, like he calls me regularly when I was in uni, and he's like, "Oh, has your money finished?" Because he doesn't really send me like monthly allowance and all of
when
that.
Your money finished.
It's just like, he would always ask after every call, has your money finished? I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I still have money on me. Meanwhile, I am.
Wow.
There was one time that my mom had one issue. My gas had finished. They had sent me money like 2 weeks back, and I used the money to settle some things in school,
like
and all of that. And somehow, I knew that if I told them, I use this money to do this certain things, they'll send me another money for food. I just kept thinking, it just lasts 2 weeks here. This money.
Like,
if I ask them,
just want to
be
so reasonable. You just
so
want
reasonable.
To be so.
And here's my brother that, hello mom, my money has finished. Hello dad, my money has finished. But I'm like already thinking, no, it's just 2 weeks. Let me give them another
time. And
that period, my gas now finished in school. Gas finished, and my mom called me. Have you eaten? What did you eat that morning? I said I ate golden munch. She said, try and look for food and eat. And I already told her before that. I said, my gas finished. She's like, look for food and eat. I'm like, okay. She called the next day again. I just ate cornflakes. What's going on? The next day again, said, I was always mentioning serious. She now sent that message. That message really got to me, and she's like, I don't understand. I'm just realizing that why you've been saying you are eating cereals is because your gas finished and you don't have money to fill it. And she's like, why do you think I and your dad are working?
Yeah.
Is it like the message broke me? She's like, why do you think I and your dad are working if we cannot, like ordinary gas, you cannot open your mouth to tell us that your gas has finished? And it works like that, like everywhere. Even when I was working, to ask for help from a colleague, I would have to overthink it. To ask for help from my friends, I have so many content ideas in my head. Why have I not shot them? Because I'm already overthinking. How do I ask this person to, like, I'm the only one at home, like, how do I ask my friend, oh, let's meet up, come and help me shoot and all of that? I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to stress anybody.
That's always,
there's always this, I don't want to stress anybody. And you just keep taking everything in, and till the day you just bust. I really hope I don't get emotional on
I get like, it's just a whole thing.
Yeah.
It comes in different shapes and sizes. Like different shapes, sizes and forms. And I just really hope like we're able to create enough awareness about this and not continue going in this cycle. So I feel like another thing, apart from like, although that one I don't think is really an issue, there's just this need to always send your siblings something. So when I was growing up, I was as young as I was. So you know, I did like just 3 internship. Just 3.
Oh wow, really?
I was 14 years old. But like just 3 before we entered this one, so they go and learn something. So like each time I come back, you know, there's just this need. My small brother, Miss Summer, I'll just buy gala. You know, buy something.
Thank you.
Buy something, you know. You come, you know.
Yes, you can't go home
without buying anything, you know. My mommy will come, I'll buy I bought carrots for you. Use this one to make, you know, rice.
Yeah.
You know, that thing, it has always been in me since that age. So you can imagine how it is now. Like I just always feel like I'm
always
obligated.
You always see a need.
To do something. Like and my parents too. Maybe there's a contribution for something. Like, hey, my first daughter, why will you drop my father? They just want you to shout drop something. They don't care, even if it's 10k. They feel my dad always say, even if you're earning 10k, and you can be dropping 2k. Now, where is that any 1 million? You can drop 200k.
And sometimes my dad will be like, my dad tell my brother, I got meet your sister. And I'm like, I've gotten to that stage.
Do you understand? Like my dad does sometimes.
Like, you have a sister. I've gotten to that stage really. Like I'm now the big sister that's saying, and who were they sending me to? Nobody.
Gosh, I saw this
Nobody.
I saw this thing on the internet. Professional dummies. Like, like literally, you were just the dummy. You had nobody.
I say it all the time that I feel like there was one time I didn't put it up on my status that I feel like I was like lab experiment with my parents, because let me give this scenario. I attended a state university, a state university. That was where my dad graduated from. He finished from the same school I went to, and I went through the school, the whole strike. I thought it was state, it would be better, there will be no strike, but strike, like there were times that for months I would not be in school and all of that. And I finished from school, and when my brother was to enter school, my mom and my daddy kept saying, no, my son will not pass through, or my daughter pass through.
No, it's a thing.
I'm like, oh wow. So I'm like, I passed through it for you to learn the lesson for another person.
Our educational background. I'm
like, oh my god, really?
There was a time I was entering one secondary school. So my sister, Miss Summer, in case you don't know, she's very creative. She got blessed her, which she can use her. She has plenty talent. So like I remember one time we were contemplating the secondary school she where came. My dad was like, no, let's not take Miss Summer to that particular secondary school. Let's not reduce her potential.
Wow.
Let's just carry on.
Wow.
Let's just carry on.
Because if we won't start talking. And I feel like most times we will not really blame our parents. They've never done parenting before.
And I feel like since they've experimented with this one,
the second one should be better.
Do you understand? I actually get
it from, because during that period, and do you know the funniest part? I was also still fighting that my brother must go to a private school.
Yes, now you also want the best for them.
I'm like, no, he can't go to a federal school. All of that. Like, I was already even selling, because normal, like my room, I had a whole setup and all of that. And everybody was like, when you're graduating school, there's no need to sell it. It's very easy for your brother. I was already selling my things. I was in my head, I'm like, my brother is not going to come and do this stress I went through. He's not going to do that.
You always also want the best for your siblings. Me, I've accepted my fate.
I've accepted my fate.
But I just
when there's no big brother to send you money, like you just feel so.
You get
You're on your own.
We are born to be
taken care of.
Yeah.
We are born to be feminine. So
how I've been able to come out of it, how I've been able to maintain, say, okay, no problem. It's crazy.
It's the strength of a firstborn.
I think I actually feel like when you're firstborn, it comes with backing.
Yeah.
Because how is that possible?
The funniest part is my mom is actually a firstborn too. So most times when she says some of her stories, especially like when it came to marriage, her parents were like very strict, and she's the first girl. Her parents were like very strict with
who she marries.
No, the church, like the particular church the person was to come from. She had people from like different religious backgrounds, like let me say different churches coming to ask for her hand in marriage, but they were so strict. And she actually went, like did their bidding though, but see the rest of her siblings, those ones, they did not send their.
That's the thing about.
So it's like you are the sacrificial lamb.
My mom literally tells me that, Chidera, if you do this now, what will your siblings do?
Thank you. That's the national anthem.
That's the national anthem. But Chidera, if you go as Chidera, what will you? You know, you always live for the family.
Yeah.
You live for the good name, the glamour. Like at the end of the day, they turn to you. Oh, and most times, people won't really talk so much about the other siblings. Talk about what that did. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Erica, what would you say is your most vulnerable moment in this firstborn journey?
I have quite a lot. I have quite a lot of vulnerable moments as a firstborn, but I think the one that stood out for me was my career choice.
Okay.
Yeah. My career choice while in secondary school. I feel like I realized late that I was not supposed to be in sciences.
Okay.
Yeah, but as I would always say, everything works together for my good. Then entering into uni, I got the anatomy course, and you know how they will tell you, oh, just enter, you switch to medicine.
That's scam.
And actually, he would have, because my dad finished from the school,
so he would have actually.
He knew quite a lot of people. He was very active in the alumni body, so they knew him. He and my HOD said, like, it got to a point when my dad came to school, I had to go, like, he introduced me to my HOD. I had never met. I had never met my HOD at that point, but my dad introduced me to my HOD, and my HOD is like, oh, no problem, he will sign it. Like, my dad was really putting in effort to make sure I switched to medicine. We now got to the final stage. I got to this man's office, one of my dad's friends, and I just met him, and we got talking, and he's like, oh, it's not a problem, it's to get the visit signed, it's to do this and all of that. Like, I feel like at that point in time, it dawned on me that, okay, if care is not taken and if everything goes as planned, you would actually study this medicine.
Yeah.
And there was already so much conflict in my head. I knew that even if I studied that medicine, my life was way more than working in the hospital. So I knew that
you knew what you wanted for yourself.
Even though I did not know the big picture, but I knew that it was more like there was something more. Like I would see myself teaching, doing public speaking, standing on stage, just talking. I'd never started the whole event hosting career and all of that. So I just knew that I was not going to end up in the hospital somehow. And my dad was putting in so much effort. He was doing a lot. And I went to that man's office that day, and he was just talking with me, and I didn't even know when I just knelt down and I started crying. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to study medicine.
You know your dad wants to study.
Do you get? But I'm like, I don't think I want it. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, he was not saying, do you want me to help you talk to your dad? I'm like, just talk to him. I do. And the whole fear they had put in my mind in AAU, you write pre-MB, you write MB. If you fail, you go back. Like, that's it. And the whole thing, I'm like, are you really sure this is it? So I was just begging the man, and I remember getting home now, and the man is like, okay, no problem, since you don't want it, it's fine, I'll talk to your dad. I remember getting home that day, and my dad was calling me. I could not pick. I was so scared. Like, I was so scared. When I finally picked, my dad was like, so I talked to my friend. He said, you don't want to study medicine. And I just went numb. Like, I didn't know what to say. Like, like, you just feel like they're helping you create your life. They're helping you build your life.
So you're just like, okay.
And you're like, you don't want that life.
Yeah.
You want to go and figure things out on your own. And I was like, okay, no problem. If you don't want that, you want to study journalism, it's fine. Like, that kind of
afterwards.
That kind of, you don't really know what's going through this person's mind. You're just like, okay, no problem. Since you don't want to switch, it's fine. And somehow, I felt so much like a failure. Like, I would never forget it. I felt like I had disappointed everybody. I felt like I had disappointed my dad, my mom. I had disappointed everybody in my church that was looking up to me. I disappointed my aunties and my uncles. Oh God, I feel like I'm going to cry.
Oh, you didn't disappoint them. Wow. So funny. I can feel your heart. Like, I can feel what you're saying.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Don't cry. Mm-hmm. It's okay to read. It's okay to live your own life because it's your life. It's going to be okay. In fact, it's already okay.
I was just entering 200 level then.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I'd frustrated my parents' effort. And that was when COVID happened and we all had to go back home on lockdown. I was so scared to go home. I was not even going to lie. I'd planned on traveling to my auntie's place. It wasn't working out. But I'm like, even with the auntie's place I'm traveling to, like, these people feel like I'm not studying medicine.
Yeah.
So I went back home and I was on lockdown with my father and my mother. And I was avoiding the whole question of what next do you want to do with your life after this anatomy. And at that point in time, I'd recently just published my first book.
Wow.
The title is Diary of a Teenager. So I had written that book, I had published it. I told my mom about it. My mom had even helped me to edit and proofread it because my mom is like a teacher. She's a very, very...
She's there.
She's English guru, master and all of that. But I didn't even find the courage to tell my dad that I had written a book. Like, I mean,
just
for an 18-year-old to be an author, like, a lot of people were so proud of me. But deep down, I still felt like I had failed these people because I did not study medicine. Then I published the book. It was everywhere. Not really everywhere because I didn't even know that people could make money. As in, I was just doing my thing. I know that I want to talk to people. I want to be an author. I want to write books. Writing was my first love. Even till now, I still write.
That's so similar.
Writing was my first love. So, like, that was the first thing. I didn't even know it was still related to media. So I had uploaded the book on Seller and I had sent a broadcast message to everybody telling them how to get the book and all of that.
You also put it on Okada. I think that was it.
Okada, I think it was on Okada Books too. It's been long. I just turned 18. Like, that was like my 18th birthday gift to the world. It was like 18th birthday gift to the world, and I was feeling so. I was supposed to be happy, but I was not happy. So me just felt like, see, what will be going on in my dad's head is like, see the person I'm fighting for. I didn't even know that being an author and a writer was a thing you could make money from. So in my head, I just felt like in my dad's head, you would just be like, see the person I'm fighting for to be a doctor. Like, being a doctor was a thing, and she wants to be writing book. Like, you're wasting. Like, you just want to be writing book. Like, my dad, I sent it to my dad. My dad was on my broadcast list. He didn't say anything. You would see that the message had ticked. He didn't say anything. Oh my God. I felt like Jesus Christ. He didn't say shit. My mom was even, because she had even helped me to edit the book, and something happened. I feel like this was the part that really got to me. I think a week later or 3 days after releasing the book, and my dad were in the same house. My dad did not mention, he never acknowledged the fact that I had written a book or anything like that. Other people were like, oh my God, such a wonderful teenager. My dad didn't say he didn't say anything. Then that morning, that was like a week after the book launch, the online book launch, very early in the morning, I think 7 a.m. everybody was on lockdown now. I came out of my room and my dad was having a phone conversation. I feel like if my dad watches this, he would not even believe that all of this happened. My dad was on phone, like he was having a conversation with somebody on phone. And he just went, oh, my daughter just released a book for teenagers. And he went on and on explaining this book. Oh my God.
So
I could not believe what I was hearing. He just kept talking about the book. He was like, don't worry, I'll send the link. She talked about teenagers. She even put 80 questions in the book. Like, my dad was literally saying things in the book. And he said, don't worry, I'll send you the link. You should get the book.
I just feel like now we've talked about many problems from how we've grown up before our age. Talked of all these things. I just feel like we also need to. There should be a way out. We can't keep doing this to ourselves. Like you can't kill yourself. I understand that there's so much on your shoulders. You're meant to be it's like you're meant to be this picture perfect person, but inside you're dying. But for how long? We need to first acknowledge that this is a real thing. We need to say, oh, this is a real thing. In your relationship, one thing I know, like for me, in relationship, I just thank God. I feel like I've been able to draw the line of family and man. Oh God, I don't know if it's the vex, like the. I'm like, I think that thing is a real. That first talk about wanting to be soft in your marriage, because I can't go through like and come and that. Do you understand?
For me, man.
So I feel like first you need to identify that this is an issue.
Yeah,
this is an issue.
Then we now know what the way forward
is. And secondly, you also need to like know who are you outside being the firstborn?
Exactly.
Who is Erica outside being the firstborn daughter of her family? Who are you? You need to remember who you are. Apart from that, that's like the first step. When you know who you are, you're now able to set boundaries to some things. Your other parts of your life, in your workspace, in the man you're going to marry, in your boyfriend, you need to set those boundaries. You can't be doing the role of a man. Like you should not do
that. That back of your mind.
At the back of your mind.
You're not
Jesus Christ. You're not going to save the world.
Even if you are Jesus Christ.
You don't try now. You've done that for your father, you've done that for your mother, you've done that for your family. Good. God brought you to the world as firstborn for a reason. Fine. But like you shouldn't now extend it to other parts of your life.
Yeah.
So I feel like once you know, like you found out the issue and you're able to know who you are apart from this, you set boundaries around them. And then if it's too much, I feel like a lot of things are really psychological that needs like therapy or the blood of Jesus.
I was saying this thing. I was even telling my friend that if I'm ever going to get into a relationship very soon, before I eventually get into that relationship, I will submit myself for therapy.
Yeah. So you don't end up
I will. I even posted something on my Snap yesterday that caused quite like a bit of issue. I just reposted where someone said we should really not glorify this whole we met and in the space of 1 year we have gotten married and all of that doesn't feel right. And I'm like, personally I feel the same way, because if you I just naturally have like, I don't want to use the word commitment issue here, but I feel that if I'm not able to date you for a year plus, I feel like I can easily walk out of that marriage. Personally, somebody's like, oh, you need help, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not saying it applies to everybody. Like, this is for me personally. You can do whatever you want works for you. But for me personally, I don't think 1 year works for me. Because I've even
So how long do you want to get to know someone?
I've really even struggled with like keeping a relationship for 1 year. So to me, it just feels like, I beg. Like, I feel like I'm at this mental space where I can easily walk out, and it doesn't work like that for marriage. Like any little stress, so it doesn't work like that for marriage. So for my relationship, I already know that okay, that's a problem, that's an issue. So before I do any of that, I will gladly submit myself for therapy.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah, going to like marriage counseling, able to like check something. Because apart from a man hurting you, yourself, you can hurt the man because of your issues and your problems,
and you will even know you have a problem. Yeah. So you recognizing it and knowing that you need help, that's like a good first step.
Yeah, so you're not alone, dear firstborn. Yeah, you're not alone. The anger issues, like people don't really get you why you're so angry about this little thing.
Why you're always on your own.
Like you don't feel the need to stress anybody. You want to pull out the Superman tendency. But at the same time, you can't kill yourself. Like you can't kill yourself, and the world will be fine. Honestly,
the world will be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll
always still find a way.
Yeah, they'll find a way. So, especially when it's detrimental to your health, I just hope we find a way out of this. The way I see it here, family members 1, you 0, understood. But like, you should not allow every aspect of your life to also be terminated, because there's some things being as a firstborn and you are born in an African home, it's going to be there. Do you understand? So like, what you can do for yourself is to secure the other relationships you have, secure the other parts of your life you have outside being a firstborn. That's how you're able to, the whole, it's really a lot. Like, it's really a lot.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's our hot take, on this being a firstborn and everything. Thank you so much for listening. Send this to any firstborn daughter you know. If you're a guy,
please.
Send it to your sister. If you married a firstborn, I hope you've learned
something.
Or if
be patient with her, be grateful.
Be everything. If you're, just let us know what you guys think about this whole firstborn syndrome thing. Is it a real thing? Like, just share your thoughts in the comments, and maybe Erica can come back for part 2.
We'll take it up from there.
We'll take it up from there. So thank you so much for staying with us this far. If you stayed with us,
thank you
this far. So I usually do this thing. So most times, my podcasts, I have a Q&A where they just ask random questions. I usually like to answer it on the podcast when I'm with my guests.
Alright.
I'm not with it now, but I think I have one off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
That, these people ask me, and I cannot answer these questions. These people ask me alone. So I decided to
bring you here.
Ask you. So Erica, one thing I got is how do you manage to handle your digital skill and like your profession, like what you do normally? So how are you able to balance it, still be Erica Queenie, the media girl, and still do your normal job? Are you really managing it?
Do you get?
That's always
just going with the flow, don't balance anything. But I feel for me, everything I do like aligns. They all, what's the word? They're all interwoven. Exactly. So the thing is, first of all, like, why? What's the thing? There's this sound that's coming to my head. What are we here for?
Yes.
So most times I like ask myself, what am I here on earth for? Like, what's the core? What's my core? What's like that core purpose? What is it? And I know that this is it. With Erica Queenie, I'm supposed to make impact, spread positive vibes, make people happy, put smiles on people's faces. That's it for me. So like most of the things I do revolve around it.
How was your session yesterday? All the phone calls you had to make, like for Girlfriend's Day?
It got to me at some point. You know that I had even put it out that I would not be taking calls for Girlfriend's Day. Because first of all, like my phone got bad, and most of my other people working with me were not like 100% available. So I'm just like, this is a lot to handle. Like Valentine's Day was just a lot.
It would have been a lot.
It was a lot. So I'm like, I know how August 1st can be. It might just be a lot. But there were still people that were like, no,
you have
to call my girlfriend. If you don't call her, I will not. And I'm like, you guys are threatening me. So I still had people like that. It wasn't really much, but I just feel like, this one's our customer, so just do it for the sake of the relationship, the community. Let's do it. And it was really sweet, emotional. But like I had colleagues that were making call for people. Nobody's calling you. I'm like, please.
It is well, imagine me.
So that's how it went.
That's how it went. Okay. So Erica runs a telephone company where she calls, called Bus Trails.
Yeah.
And I love the concept so much. You not tell my ex what I told you to tell.
This girl is not saying.
Please don't say it. Watch this video. Just say it.
You not saying his phone number. I say his phone.
But he deserves
it.
More. He deserves it.
I only spread positive vibes, please. Dear ex, she did not send me anything.
I don't say anything.
I only send positive vibes. Negative vibes far from me. I don't do that.
Thank you. But I didn't say anything bad. I just said God bless you.
You're a very good person.
I'm a really blog.
Are you sure?
Thank you.
Right.
So we've officially come to the end of this episode.
Okay.
Like I said, let us know what you think. Connect with us on Instagram, TikTok, or our mail. Everything is in the description. If you're my Spotify listener, is also in the description. If you're here on YouTube, it's in the description. So just engage with us, connect with us everywhere. So thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Signing out.
so good to be here. Bye.